What's going on, guys? It's Steve. So will Demar Derozan and Kyle Lowry, for the third straight year, choke yet again in the NBA playoffs for this 2017 playoffs? Now, the last 2 years, Kyle Lowry and Demar Derozan have gotten the nickname from myself, Demar DeFrozen and Kyle Fowlery. Raptors fans don't like me, but I was right. However, this year, I predict with 100% confidence that DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry will be back and better than ever and not choke in the playoffs this year. And the Toronto Raptors will have a really, really good playoff run. DeMar DeRozan has grown exponentially as an NBA player. He has had one of the greatest starts. Well, not even just starts. He's had a really good all-around season this year, and it's very exciting to watch. He's become one of my favorite players to watch this season. Clearly, number one is Carmelo Anthony because I'm a Knicks fan, okay? But besides that, honestly, you guys know how big of a LeBron fan I am, but it wasn't even like it's LeBron or Kevin Durant or Stephen Curry. Really, it was Carmelo Anthony, it was James Harden, it was Russell Westbrook, okay? It was DeMar DeRozan, and then on top of that, it was Gordon Hayward. I came into the season saying Gordon Hayward is so underrated, and look at him in the Utah Jazz. They are 4th seed right now in the Western Conference. They're not going to stay. They're not going to keep the 4th seed because I think the Clippers will. But that's besides the point. The point is that DeMar DeRozan is one of the most exciting players to watch this season. And if Kyle Lowry didn't go down with that injury, it would be the Raptors that would be contending for that number 1 seed with the Cleveland Cavaliers, along with the Boston Celtics. It wouldn't just be Boston. Toronto would be up there as well. Similar situation happened with the Clippers getting injured to begin the season. Well, towards the middle of the season, how the Clippers started off really hot. Chris Paul got injured, Blake Griffin got injured, DeAndre got injured. That entire team. That's why I say if they get mellow. But that's besides the point. DeMar DeRozan has grown exponentially. He's had one of the greatest offensive starts in NBA history. So great that it's only comparable to Michael Jordan, I think, in 1987. Which is absolutely ridiculous if you think about it, because we're talking about someone that's one of the best scorers of all time. Okay? We're talking about he had such a great offensive start that scoring season can be compared to some of Kobe's best seasons in terms of scoring, to some of Melo's best seasons in terms of scoring, Dwyane Wade, T-Mac, the list can go on. Kevin Durant, Michael Jordan, some of your greatest scorers of all time. Dwyane Wade even, it can be, he is on that list, in terms of offensive starts to a season. And then on top of that, Kyle Lowry is a very underrated point guard. This guy is up there with your Stephen Currys. I don't think he's on the same planet as Stephen Curry, Russ, James, or CP3, but he's up there with like your John Wall, okay? Where it's like definitely an all-star player, okay? And, definitely an all-star, but not quite as good as the rest of them. But that doesn't matter because now that the Toronto Raptors also have Serge Ibaka to help Jonas Valanciunas, and if Valanciunas did get injured last year in the playoffs, oh my goodness. So if the Toronto Raptors can stay healthy, this team is going to have a really good playoff run this year. Better than it was the last 2 to 3 seasons. Okay, they're going to have a really good playoff run, and I'm very excited to see what DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry are going to do, because I feel like they've grown exponentially as players. Going through those last 2 years of playing awful, averaging like 13 points per game on 30% shooting, awful statistics throughout the playoffs, I think that was their growing experience. You remember with LeBron, before he went to Miami, okay, LeBron would always average like 35 in the playoffs, right? 35, 8, and 8 on 50% shooting, 36% shooting from 3, and 70% shooting from the free throw line, right? But when he went to Miami, he teamed up with Dwyane Wade and Chris Bosh. But what happened? LeBron James choked very badly. But what happened after that? LeBron came back better than ever, and that's what that experience does. When you choke, and when you're in a bad situation like that, you come back better than ever because you never want to go back to that situation. And since it happened to DeRozan and Lowry not once but twice in a row in the NBA playoffs, I personally predict that DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry are going to come out shooting shots, just firing at everyone with no regard, like Marv Albert says, with no regard for human life. That's how they're going to come out. It's going to be extremely exciting to watch the Toronto Raptors play this in the playoffs. Oh my good. I cannot wait to see DeRozan. Now, one thing that DeRozan needs to improve on, if he did improve on this, he would be in that elite level in terms of scoring, if he can develop his, three-point shot. Because if you think about it, this dude, he's not the strongest, but he has like a finesse-type post game. Whereas, like your Melos, your Kobe's, they have like a strength, and your LeBrons and even Kevin Durant, they use like strength for the post and footwork. But DeRozan's more finesse, okay, in terms of the post. And then on top of that, he's so athletic, you can't guard him. He can drive by you. He has the handle. If he could develop his three-point shot, this dude would be completely unguardable. So, and then on top of that, Kyle Lowry's back and healthy. Boy, it's going to be exciting. I can't wait to see the Toronto Raptors. Let me know what you guys think about the Raptors in the comment section below. It's been your man, State. I'm out. Peace.